A free nursery school is up and running for the underprivileged children in the Gambia, thanks to a 24-year-old American girl. Sarah Musa's inspirational work started in high school, where she advocated for girls to get an education through Girls Learn International. As a junior in high school, she was one of the 4 recipients of the University Women Diversity Award. She has also been recognized for her work in helping girls in India get an education. Sarah has now set up her own non-profit organization known as Prospect in Mommy's Tummy, with the aim of assisting vulnerable populations such as expectant mothers and children have access to education and health care. Now, Sarah joins me in the studio to tell us more about her work in the Gambia. Sarah, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you so much for having me. I just want to say thank you to you and all the staff here for having me here.
Now, Sarah, you know you're amazing. At only 24, most people your age would be focused on self-progress, you know, and I'm just wondering, what's the inspiration behind all this?
Absolutely. When I was in high school, I co-started a club called Girls Learn International, and through Girls Learn International, I learned about factors such as human rights and factors affecting girls from getting an education. And so through that, I was able to learn about the reasons such as cultural preferences. In some cultures, parents prefer to educate boys over girls, and sometimes poverty. Those are all factors that affect girls from getting an education.
I find your organization's title very interesting, Prospect in Mommy's Tummy.
You're right.
How did that come about?
Yeah, absolutely. So in 2014, I went to an interview and I was asked the question, where do you see yourself in 10 years? So I responded by saying that in 10 years' time, I wanted to build a clinic. And then afterwards, I told my parents the questions that were asked, and my mom said, why wait for 10 years when you can start now? So since then, we started Prospect in Mommy's Tummy.
Now, you have built a nursery school in the Gambia,
right,
and it's up and running. How did you get the funds? First of all, to acquire land in a country like that is even very difficult, let alone put up a school and books and all that.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're getting your funds to get all this done.
Absolutely. My parents, my mother is from the Gambia, my father is from Sierra Leone. My parents have been so involved in the organization to help bring the vision alive. And so my parents, they bought a land in the Gambia, and it was for that land they built a house, and that's what we are currently using as a temporary location for the school. And in that same compound, we have some space to be able to build a permanent location for the school.
Now, is your organization paying the teachers and even the bills that the school has to incur?
You're right. The organization, my parents are the ones using mainly their resources to be able to pay for those bills. Yeah, you're right.
So your next goal, you've talked about health for poor children and expectant mothers. You're planning to build health clinics where? Still in the Gambia?
You're right.
How do you plan to do that?
We will hope to, with the availability of funding, we hope to be able to expand to different countries. So we hope to have some funds and sponsorships, and that will allow us to be able to further our vision. Yeah.
So when you went to the school, what were the greatest needs? What kind of things did they need? Books, pencils? What did you take over there?
You're right. So what we did was we looked around the community. We did a community survey. We identified the children based on. We did some interview questions to the parents. Their socioeconomic status, how many kids do they have, and the factors as to the reason why they cannot send their children to school. And that's how we identified the children for the school. And after identifying the children, they were enrolled there, and we provide them with free schooling, backpacks, uniforms, because we understand that poverty is a main factor as to why girls can get an education.
A huge contrast from what you get here. You have a school bus picking you right outside of your house, taking you to school. There's school.
You're right. Exactly.
You have all the things that you need in school.
Yes.
Now, what is the message you want to pass across for other young American girls, or even the youth, whether they're here in the United States or in Africa, to inspire others or do something?
Absolutely. The message is really to focus on your passion. For me, girls' education is something I've been passionate since high school, and that gives me the drive, just because there's so much potential in a girl, and by investing in girls, we'll be able to see a change in the nation. And so the message is to really follow your dreams and passion, and it will take you far.
Oh, Sarah, you are so impressive.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
I should have done that years ago, right? Thank you very much, Sarah. Sarah Musa is the founder of Prospect in Mommy's Tummy, a non-profit organization.